All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back. We got my chunky ass down in the bottom corner here. It is UFC Fight Night, Imavov versus Barralho, UFC Paris. Sick to see cards in Paris. I think it's a really good venue, really good place to host cards. Fight nights, meh. You could have a big event, a pay per view event in Paris at one time. That card is good as shit. But basically, it's a pretty good card for fight night. Is it good for a pay per view? No. But is it good for fight night? Yeah. I'm excited to have an actual fight card. I've been watching Contender Series the last 2 weeks. I made some videos on that. Obviously, Contender Series has been really sick. Like, I'm not gonna say Contender Series has been bad by any means, because Contender Series has been good. But we didn't have a UFC event last week, so I'm missing it. Even though it is UFC Paris, I'm still missing it. But this is good for a fight night. This is still a really good event for a fight night. We got some big names. We got some big boys. We got Mr. Free Spirit, Fight or Die, like tattooed on. This is literally written on his arm in like children's like font that you would pick on Word, like Doodlebot or something like that. But I don't know, man. I think he's gonna. We'll get into predictions. I won't go too far, but I think Kyle Braho has a good chance of cooking Imavov, but you know he also has a good chance of getting cooked as well. Is it like the most hyped up prospect like or big name fight ever for like a contender? I guess top contender, like whoever wins this fight is going to be fighting for the belt. Are these the two most exciting people? No, by no means. But are they good people, good fighters, good good talent, like the best talented people in the division right now that deserve a title shot if they win? Yes. So that's exciting to watch in terms of that. We're going to go down to the very bottom of the card. I'm going to give you guys my predictions as always. We're going to start with Sean and Bannon, which I'm not excited to do, to be honest. But it is what it is. I'm going to move myself up to the top here so you guys can see Shauna Bannon's kind of like wannabe. Dude, she looks like one of these girls at the club that isn't hot, that tries to be hot by just pounding her face with makeup. Um, Lucas Tracy calls her a wannabe. She looks like a wannabe fighter. I don't know, dude. I haven't been like. I think last time Sean Bannon fought, I went on a complete rant on this channel about how much I absolutely hated her fighting style. so so I don't want to be like too rude, but holy fuck, that lead leg front side kick is like it's actually the most retarded thing ever, and it's gonna drive me crazy. She literally just stood on one leg hopping and just spamming a front leg lead side kick. And I literally went to the gym the day after she had her last fight and I tried that on some people. That shit kind of works, but bro, if you did that to like any talented fighter whatsoever, they're literally just gonna catch your kick. They're gonna like take one of those little fucking baby side push kicks and they're just gonna like grab you and take you down or come forward and fuck you up. Like that shit isn't doing anything. You're literally just fucking hopping on one leg and touching somebody. You're not even putting force behind. Oh my god, it's just driving me because she's literally hopping. Yay, yay, yay. I'm doing the little finger motions. Literally hopping on one foot towards you, just spamming fucking karate side kicks while making noise. She has no power in any of her shots. Absolutely zero. Zero grappling. Sam Hughes isn't great either, but fuck me if she doesn't win to Shauna Bannon. Like, bro, Shauna Bannon wins another fight. I swear to God, that fight she won, like, bro, it was actually driving me crazy. Yeah, she won a fight. She can win fights, but she's not a good fighter. Like, let's be real, she's not a good fighter. She's not using techniques that are going to damage or hurt somebody or win a fight. And if you're using those techniques against anybody that is somewhat talented, they're just gonna fuck you up. Like imagine if she tried to do that to like Valentina Shevchenko or something like that. Like she would be fucking KO'd. Um, no time. Sam Hughes is just gonna win this fight, unfortunately. Like I think Sam Hughes is just the better fighter, stronger fighter, grittier fighter, gonna have more cardio. Shauna Bannon isn't a gritty fighter. And I'm not just saying that because the way she looks. She's not a gritty fighter. Yeah, she's not really gonna have. She's not an Andreas Gustafsson. uh, so yeah, Sam Hughes should get this done. I don't want to rant too much about Shauna Bannon, but those I swear to God, if she comes out and just spams lead leg side kicks, I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash out. Yeah, I'm simply gonna crash out, bro. Andreas Gustafsson versus Renat Fakhretdinov. I'm really excited to watch Andreas Gustafsson fight, as I'm sure we all are. This dude is the definition of what his tattoos are. He's just a mean, gritty SOB. He has skill. His striking is not bad. His grappling is not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. But he doesn't give a fuck. He's just gonna impose his will and maul you. And I swear to God, he's gonna do that to probably like 30%, or sorry, 70% of the people in this division. There's gonna be 30% that are able to withstand it, or are like high level enough that are gonna be able to, deal with him. But a lot of people aren't going to be able to deal with Andreas Gustafsson if he keeps continuing to bring that pace, that pressure, that grittiness, that just overall strength. The dude is fucking strong, man. And his cardio didn't wane at all. Like, he just put an absolute mauling on the dude in his last fight, and looked good in every aspect of it. He's not one of these guys that's like just grappling or grinding you up against the cage or getting you in the clinch just to hold you there. He's constantly looking for damage. He's doing everything he does hurts, and it's just high output. He's stronger than you. He's got better cardio than you for the most part. He's grittier than you. He should be able to win against Renat Fakardinov. Renat Fakardinov's not bad, and he has got some good wins. I mean, he's 23-1, but I think that Andreas Gustafsson can bully him in this fight and can get a win. And I think no matter which way this fight goes, whether it goes to Renat or Andreas Gustafsson, I think Andreas Gustafsson, I think this fight is going to be a finish. I don't think it's going to go all 3 rounds. Andreas Gustafsson, his pace is going to be too much. Like, it's either going to be too much and he gets hit with a clean shot and Fakardinov is able to finish him, or it's going to be too much and he's going to break Fakardinov and he's going to be able to get a finish. So I think Andreas Gustafsson is going to get a finish in the 3rd round of this fight. We got Robert Brychek versus Brad Tavares. Honestly, I can't say I watched a lot of Robert Brychek's fights, but I do think Brad Tavares, although he's not great, he's like got a 50-50 record, which is not 50-50, but like 2 wins to 1 loss record, which is crazy. He has fought a lot in the UFC though. I think he's pretty good. I think he's pretty well rounded. He's got good striking. He's got good takedowns. He's got good defense. It's just one of those things where it's like it's a close fight, but Brad Tavares should be good enough to get the win here. So I'm going to go with Brad Tavares. I don't think he's going to finish Robert Brychek, but I could be wrong. He's got leg kicks. He's got lots of other options. He's got good takedown defense, so I think he'll end up standing, and I think Brad Tavares will win a decision. So I'm going to go with Brad Tavares. I'm hoping for once to go like good on the picks in this fucking card, man. Like, some of the cards we've had awful picks. Some of the cards we've been good at, but I haven't always been doing tape study for all these fights because I'm literally here in New Zealand for like training for the Olympics for skiing and stuff like that. So like, my priority when it goes from summer to winter switches a lot for MMA. I don't watch as many fights. I'm not really training now because I'm traveling all the time. I train on my own a little bit, but not at a gym as much. At least not when I'm on the road. Oh, so there's not usually gyms around here in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, New Zealand and Wanaka. So they do have a bag though at the workout gym that I have. So I've been going there. Brought my gear. We got Sam Patterson versus Trey Waters. Sam Patterson's good, man. He came to the UFC. He got like, did he get finished? I think he got KO'd, right? He had a couple tough fights. People thought he was really good, and then he lost a couple fights. I think only 2, but he's really good. I think Sam Patterson is a very good technical fighter. His striking is really good. He is very tall, very big for the division, but he's also a little bit skinny for the division. So he looks like a guy that you can crack him, which you can crack him. But his grappling is good. His striking is good. His striking is clean. He's creative. He's got good footwork, good movement. Trey Waters is a guy that, he does hit hard, but he lost. I forget who his last loss was to, but it wasn't a good loss. But I think the problem with this fight for Trey Waters is that Sam Patterson is better than him. He's better, more well-rounded. I think Sam Patterson for the most part is actually going to be better than him in the striking. I might be wrong, but I think he can outstrike Trey Waters. I think he's going to out-cardio Trey Waters. Definitely, I think he'll out-grapple Trey Waters. He has a lot of submission attacks. He's really good with submissions. So I would say Sam Patterson definitely has a grappling advantage. And if it's on the feet, I think it's going to be a close fight. I mean, normally Sam Patterson is a taller guy for the division, but I know it says Trey Waters is 6'5". I think they're more like closer to like 6'3" each. Trey Waters, when he does like strike a lot, it's not always like really heavy hands. Like, it's a lot of like touching you, which is really good, especially if you're a taller guy, like fighting like that. But I don't think he's going to be able to put out Sam Patterson. and I don't think he's going to be able to win a fight like that against Sam Patterson. So I'm going to go with Sam Patterson. I think he'll win I think he'll win with a submission in this fight, actually. Do I know what submission? Do I know how? No. But I think he'll win with submission. I think it'll be close on the feet, and Trey Waters will start to be, panicking a little bit, thinking of kind of different ways or change up the game plan for the fight, and he's going to end up either getting rocked and subbed or just going for a sloppy takedown or something. Yeah, I feel like a sloppy takedown and then ends up getting subbed would be likely as well. We got Kawhi Fernandez versus Harry Hardwick. I haven't watched any Harry Hardwick's fights. My apologies. I believe he's holding a belt in Cage Warriors. So he's definitely a talented guy on the regional scene for sure. I haven't really watched any of his fights. It's his first fight in the UFC on like 4 or 5 days' notice against Kawhi Fernandez, who is a good fighter. Kawhi Fernandez is quite good, so I'm gonna go with Kawhi Fernandez. I think he should win this fight. I didn't really do any recap or study for this one. Marcin Tybura, he's a great fighter, Everybody says it. Against Ante Delija. Again, haven't really watched much of Ante Delija's fights. I know he's training with Tom Aspinall. Oh my god, I almost said Tom Hardy. That would be retarded on my part. I don't think Marcin Tybura is a good fighter. Heavyweight, I really don't. Do I think he's better than a guy who's debuting? Yeah, probably. I could try to do. I know Anthony Delija is like one of the more athletic heavyweights. I'm gonna do something off the rails here. I'm gonna pick Anthony Delija. Marcin Tybura could win, but I really don't think Marcin Tybura is good. I think he's really quite shit. Just all heavyweights are shit. And I'm gonna put the stock of Ante Delija, oh my god, what an awful name to pronounce. Ante Delija, training with Tom Aspinall, using this kind of athleticism to be able to get a win over Tybura. Tough fight, tough debut fight. Tybura is like, he's good for the level of skill that heavyweight has. He's not great. He's good. He's very mid for heavyweight. But if it's your first fight in the UFC, it's a pretty big step up in competition. But I think Ante Delija should do it because I like, if you're actually a half decent heavyweight, you should be Marcin Tybura for sure. He's literally got a fucking gut hanging over his pants. I don't know what to say. Bredson Ribeiro versus Umar Sy. Umar Sy had an awful fight against Alonzo Manyfield. Yeah, why was I forgetting his name? Dude, it was actually pissing me off so much, his fight. I was like, bro, like, what are you doing? Just letting this fight get away from you. Like, you're just destroying him at range and you're letting him close to it. It was bad. And just the decision making in that fight was bad. But I do think he's better than Brendan Ribeiro. I think he's better than Brendan Ribeiro. Umar Sy is talented. I think he just made some. Like everything he did in the fight was right. I think this is a dude with the big ass feet. Yeah, he's got massive feet. I was watching the fight. I was like, this dude's got like the longest feet I've ever seen. He's probably got like size fucking million feet. Little fucking Bigfoot over here. His striking looked good. His technique looked good. He just made game plan and tactical errors in the fight. And as Guru always says, like MMA Guru, if you guys don't know, always says is like, man, like you never know what these guys like, if they're actually intelligent or not. And I think this is a fight that we're gonna find out. Like, is he actually retarded and he's gonna make like really bad fight IQ decisions like for the rest of his career? Or did he have one fight where he made bad fight IQ decisions and he's fixed it and he knows how to be more in the present moment and actually, follow game plan or adapt properly? It's either one of the two. It's either he's going to make stupid decisions for the rest of his career and it's never going to get better, or he's going to adapt and he's going to actually make good decisions and have higher fight IQ. I think that's the case. I think technique-wise, talent-wise, he's better than Bredson Ribeiro. I think he's going to fix this fight IQ stuff, and he's not going to have the same problem where he's making stupid decisions to lose himself a close fight in this one. So I'm going to go with Umar Sy. He's definitely the more technical, talented fighter, I think. So William Gomis versus a random blockhead with zero picture and apparently zero fights and 0 height and 0 pounds. It's so stupid that UFC, like, they cannot put a picture dude, I don't care if it's fight week or not. Take his regional scene picture. Ask the freaking homie for a picture of himself in front of a mirror or something. Throw it up there. Get the guy to measure his own specs, weights, height, whatever you want to call. You could at least put the country for the man. Like, bro, I know it's down here, but like you could at least put the country and natural thing there. It's crazy. I'm gonna go against William Gomez. Like, you kind of can't pick against a guy. You can't pick a guy who's literally debuting. So I'm gonna go with William Gomez. I do think he's pretty good, and I think he should beat Robert Ruchala. But to be honest, I haven't watched a single one of Robert Ruchala's fights. So, and then we got another motherfucker like this, where it's Leonis Kelta versus Patricio Pitbull. Fuck, I hate watching Patricio Pitbull. It's so bad because we're also hyped to see Patricio Pitbull make it in the UFC, and now I'm honestly I'm dreading watching his fights. Like, he's one of these guys that like literally he could have. People say he won his fight against Danny Gay. I thought it was a really close fight that he could have possibly lost. I thought, like, could you give it to him? Yes, and I thought he probably edged it out. But like, bro, it was like 55% Pitbull winning to like 45% Ige winning. It was a close fucking fight, and he still barely won. Like, this is a dude that like literally just has a mid-ass fight and then leaves it up to the judges to see if he got fucked or not. And that's a shitty way. It's a shitty way of fighting, bro. He did look better in his fight against Dan Ige than against Yair, and I think a little bit of that was just octagon jitters. Yair's a little bit trickier of a striker, way worse of a grappler than Dan Ige. So I think Pitbull, I think he's getting more comfortable in the UFC. He's fighting just because to stay active. Like, he's not, he won against Dan Ige. He could be fighting people in the top 15. He's fighting a random dude coming off the street. Not a random dude coming off the street, but guy's first fight in the UFC. So he's hungry, he's active, he wants to fight. I think this is a good sign for him. I think this means he's motivated, he's training hard. I do think he's going to be adapted to the cage, and he's going to have his best performance yet in this fight. And if he can beat Dan Ige, I think he can beat Leonis Chieta. I did watch one of this guy's fights. He's fast, he's quick. He's definitely quicker and faster than Patricio Pitbull. He fights a little bit like him, where he's not like super high volume all the time, but Patricio Pitbull should be able to duck under some punches, get some takedowns, and hold his own in the striking. He could get cracked by Leonis, but I'm going to go with Patricio Pitbull to get it done here. I think he should win. And I think, again, if you're winning against guys like Dan Ige, you should definitely win against Leonis Chieta unless you get, like, not fluke KO'd, but, like, you get KO'd randomly. So I'm going to go with Patricio Pitbull. Axel Sola, bro, haven't watched a single one of this motherfucker's fights. Reese McKee's okay, but he's had some bad losses. But I think he's okay. Maybe a little bit chinny, but he's okay. I'm going to go with Reese McKee to win this fight because I literally haven't watched the other guys anything. I don't even know what he looks like because UFC can't put a picture up. But Reese McKee's not bad, so I'm going to go with Reese McKee. We got Bulaji Oki versus a Mason Jones. Mason Jones looks like a thumb. He looks like, you guys ever watch Spy Kids? He's like a tattooed one of the thumbs from Spy Kids when he fights. But he's actually pretty good. His last fight was against Jeremy Stephens. Obviously, pretty close fight with Jeremy Stephens. But Jeremy Stephens isn't bad. I know he hasn't been doing MMA recently, but even when he was doing MMA in the UFC, he wasn't bad. The only losses Jeremy Stephens had were to like pretty decent guys. His striking is really good. Mason Jones showed in this fight against Jeremy Stephens that he's a well-rounded fighter. Like, his striking is good, his kickboxing is good, his defense is good, his takedown, defense, grappling, takedowns, attempts are all good. I think he's just a gritty, well-rounded fighter, and I think he can beat Blagioki. So I'm going to go with Mason Jones to win against Blagioki. I think it'll be one of these close war fights, kind of like the Jeremy Stephens fight, but even closer. Kind of how Mason Jones fights, but I think Mason Jones should be able to get a win here by decision. He's going to put the pace on it. He's going to mix it up better than Blagioki. He's going to have a more well-rounded game. Is he really good everywhere or anywhere? No, but he's quite good everywhere. I think Mason Jones is one of these guys that like we'll watch him over the next couple of years and we'll be like, okay, this guy's a very good lightweight. Does he get like top 10? I'm not sure, but like top 15 lightweight, I can see it for sure. So I'm going to go with Mason Jones. I think he's just a bit grittier, a little bit more well-rounded. I think he's going to be able to keep up a pace, and he's a guy that's not afraid to step into the fire to get a win, or he's not going to let a fight slip away from him. He's not going to pitbull himself into like a close decision loss. he's going to give it everything he has. So, and whether he wins or loses, we'll see, but he's going to give it everything he has. So, yeah, I'm going with Mason Jones. We got Medescus Bukauskas versus Paul goddamn Paul Craig, man. I swear to God, if he comes out and he starts spamming fucking body kicks, open stance body kicks, and butt scooting towards somebody, I've already said I'm going to crash out in this fight card, but I will double crash out. I will crash out again. I'll have two. I'm going to be here because I'm in New Zealand now, so it's going to be like 3 in the fucking morning, 5 in the morning. I'm going to be crashing out over Paul Craig, literally just nonstop spamming body kicks. It's going to make me so mad. Paul Craig is going to lose this fight. Very much like our boy GM3. I always kind of think of these two guys similar for some reason. They're both shit in the stand-up. Their grappling is both okay, but not great. Their cardio is both okay, but not great. Paul Craig might actually have worse stand-up than GM3 somehow. I don't know, dude. Paul Craig's stand-up is shit. Like, he literally only throws like a fucking jab and an open stance body kick, and not well. Like, people are like, oh, his body kick, the body kick of doom. Like, Paul Craig's body kick. It's not even a good body kick. It's like, it's a fucking body kick. It's like, you give anybody a fucking year and a half of training kickboxing and they can throw a body kick better or equal to that in an open stance. No fucking problem. He's going to get beat by Medescus Bukauskas. Medescus Bukauskas is going to just smoke him in the stand-up. And Paul Craig's takedown attempts are not good. Like, him shooting takedowns, that doesn't make sense. He's not good at shooting takedowns. He's not good at getting takedowns. He's mid at best at getting takedowns. He's good in the ground, but he's mid at best at getting takedowns. Medescus Bukauskas, for the most part, should be able to stop them. If Paul Craig grabs a leg, you can just hammer fist the fuck out of him. He's going to go to sleep because it's Paul Craig. Body kick of doom is not going to work against Bukauskas. Bukauskas should just fucking sleep him, honestly. I think Medescus Bukauskas sleeps him in the second round or first round, end of first round. This, like, anti-chin looking motherfucker, Benoit Saint Denis, who's just sitting here like, I can't even suck my chin up that high. I can't do it. I can't do it. Maybe like that. Benoit Saint Denis, man, he's back. Our boy's back. Our boy is fucking back against our other boy, Mauricio Ruffi. What is happening with my computer right now? It is glitching the fuck out. This is a good fight. Saint Denis versus Ruffi is a really good fight. It's a closer fight than people are thinking. I think people think that Mauricio Ruffi is just going to literally flatline Benoit Saint Denis any way he wants really early on. I don't think that's the case. Mauricio Ruffi is definitely the better striker by far. Benoit Saint Denis is slow. Leaves himself very open. Mauricio Ruffi, he's got good striking. He's really good at range. He's really good. He's really fast too. He hits hard. It's going to be tough for Benoit Saint Denis. I think the one thing Benoit Saint Denis has going for him is he's a very heavy pressure fighter. He's definitely going to have the advantage in the grappling. He's a very heavy pressure fighter, so he's going to put a pace on Ruffi, and he's going to walk towards him, so he's not able to kind of, flow as much. He's not able to, like... Ruffi's still good at fighting backwards, but we saw in the Lontov fight, too, when he's getting pressured, when he's, moving back a bit more, he's not as good. I think that's where Benoit Saint Denis can have moments against Ruffi, but I don't think Benoit Saint Denis' chin is as good as a James Lontop, or whatever the hell his name is, something Lontop. I don't think he's going to be able to take the shots that Lontop was taking against somebody like Ruffi. And I think that if he wants to survive in the striking and make it a gritty fight in the grappling, he's going to have to take the shots like Lontop was taking. I don't think he can. Part of me wants to pick Benoit Saint Denis, but I just see too many opportunities for Ruffi to hit him with one clean shot, rock him, and finish the fight. I don't think it's going to be as easy as people think, but it very well could be. The thing with Ruffi, like, similar to Jean Silva and these guys, is their striking is really good, but it's not very, like, technical, or, like, as you would say is technical. They sling a lot of their punches, like same with Carlos Prates. They sling a lot of their punches. They use a lot of whipping, or I guess momentum, or just like slinging punches at people. It's not very, like, you're always taught, like, straight from the chin, straight out, straight back. These guys are going all the way through. They're extending on all their punches. They're throwing it like a baseball they're whipping it, right? And they're whipping that fist at you. when you do that, you have a fuck ton more power on your punches. Like the wiry guys that whip their punches, they hurt. Those motherfuckers hurt. And Rufy's really good at whipping his punches accurately and being defensive at the same time. He hasn't fought anybody the skill level of Benoit Saint Denis yet. He hasn't. Benoit Saint Denis fought really high level competition compared to Rufy. Rufy is his striking is really good. He does make a lot of like he relies a lot on his timing and his vision and his eyesight, and he leaves himself out of position sometimes. A lot of times he's dodging punches. He's not blocking punches. He's not dodging punches. He's just turning his head and rolling with them. And you could catch him. You could catch him clean if he like is just a little bit off with one of those rolls. One of the things I do see Rufy do a lot is he like shoulder rolls and he kind of like again like he rolls with punches, but he's got one arm. He's like doing a Philly shell practically, and he's rolling with punches and he's looking away. You throw a couple jabs or like a straight right hand or something like that, and he tries to roll away with that punch so it doesn't hit him. Grab a fucking leg. People don't like if you have a guy that's like even in range for you to almost punch him or touch him. I get granted Mauricio Rufy's probably going to jump out of range like when these shots are coming, but sometimes he likes to stand and just shoulder roll. If he's standing and shoulder rolling and he's looking the other way, you just throw a couple punches and then you grab a leg. Like, and I think that's a good opportunity for Benoit Saint Denis when Mauricio Rufy's trying to get too kind of flowy, too kind of technical, or he's just shoulder rolling with punches way too much because he does shoulder roll a lot and he does take his eye off where everything is. And even if you're in a Philly shell, bro, you're not going to be able to defend a single leg very well, or at least stop them from grabbing it. Like they're going to be able to grab a solid single leg or body lock or whatever, like shoot a double leg if you are in a Philly shell looking the opposite way. So I think there's a lot of opportunity for Benoit Saint Denis to get the fight to the ground in that area, and I do think if Benoit Saint Denis gets the fight to the ground, I do think we could see him finish the fight or cause a shit ton of damage on Mauricio Rufy, but we'll see. I think for the most part, if I was a betting man, I was playing it safe. I think Mauricio Rufy is probably going to get a finish in this fight. There's no way that if it stays on the feet, it's going all 3 rounds. And I don't think Mauricio Rufy is going to win if it goes to a decision. So it's either going to be a decision by Benoit Saint Denis. I don't think he'll finish Rufy. He might in the ground and pound or the grappling, but I think for the most part it'll be either Mauricio Rufy KOs him or Benoit Saint Denis able to outgrapple him for 3 rounds. Maybe has a tough round in the feet, but I think that Mauricio Rufy should get it done. Benoit Saint Denis is just a little too slow, and he leaves a lot of openings where somebody like Mauricio Rufy can hit him with a big shot. So I'm going to go with Mauricio Rufy. Nassourdine Imavov versus Caio Barralho. Fuck this dude, man. I do not like looking at Nassourdine Imavov. I don't know if that's a bad thing to say, but I just don't like. I don't like him. I don't like him. We don't like him. Not that I necessarily think that Kyle Barralho is the most entertaining fighter in middleweight, but I like Kyle Barralho more than I like Nassourdine Imavov, if I'm being fair. This is a tough fight for both these guys. It's a really evenly matched fight. Nassourdine is 16-4. I wonder what his losses were. Kyle Barralho is really good, really well-rounded. Same with Nassourdine. They're both good in the stand-up. They're both good in the grappling. Kyle Barralho is probably a little bit better than grappling. Nassourdine is probably a little bit better than striking. I was thinking about this fight, and I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, Nassourdine Imavov's striking is not that good. It's good, but it's not like that good. But then I'm thinking back. I'm like, he just KO'd Izzy, who I used to think of, and I still do think of as one of the best strikers at middleweight. So if you're KOing somebody like Izzy, your striking's pretty good. So I do think he has an advantage against Kyle Barralho in the striking. People were talking about his cardio maybe slowing down in the later rounds. I don't think that's necessarily going to be a problem. I think if anything, it's going to come down to grit. I think Kyle, in terms of energy reserves, I think Kyle Barralho probably is going to outgrit Nassourdine Imavov, in my opinion. Grappling wise, Kyle Barralho should be able to beat Nassourdine Imavov. I think it's going to be a really tough fight. I do think that Kyle Barralho will win. I think that Kyle Barralho is a underdog. I think most people will be picking Nassourdine Imavov. I think Kyle Barralho is tough enough to take the striking and take the damage that Nassourdine Imavov was able to do on the feet, and he's good enough where it's going to be very close still. And I think he's going to do more with like the clinching up against the fence, shooting more takedowns. Maybe he does get takedown and steal around on the ground. Is it 5 rounds? It must be 5 rounds. It's a tough fight. I think Kyle Barralho is going to win 3 rounds and win a decision. 3 rounds are going to be close. He's going to have like cage control. He's going to have takedown here and there, a little bit of grappling control, and then maybe he lands a big shot to win a round here and there where it's close and he like lands a big shot and holds him up against the fence for the last 30 minutes, seconds of the fight, and sways around. So I'm gonna go with Caio Barralho. I like when it's a close fight and you have to lean on striking, who's a little bit better in the striking, who's a little bit better in the grappling. I'm gonna go with a little bit better in the grappling. I think that the strike. I always think this way. Like maybe it's just me. The striking, if you're a worse striker, you can always still overcome that. You can adapt and you can still find a way to get a win, right? If you are the worst the worst of the two grapplers, you can't overcome that in a fight. Like if you're just technically worse and not as strong and not as good of a grappler as somebody, you can't fix that in the fight. You just can't. You're going to get out grappled unless the person makes a huge mistake, but for the most part they won't, especially in grappling. Whereas in striking, I think anybody can kind of catch anybody. And in the striking, sometimes you can just outgrit the person and win the striking exchanges just by outgritting and outpacing the person. Whereas typically, if you're the worst grappler or not as good of a grappler, you're not going to be able to just outpace and outgrit somebody in the grappling. Like if they're more technical, they are better than you, and it's close, you're not going to be able to use the grit and the pace to outwork them. So I'm always going to lean towards the slightly better grappler. We'll see. He could get TKO'd, but I think he's going to be able to. I think Caio Barralho is going to be able to take what Nassourdine Imavov throws back. He throws hard enough. His striking is good enough where Nassourdine Imavov is going to have to respect it for the most part. And I think he's going to have a little bit of advantage in the grappling, where he's going to be able to win rounds by a little bit of just cage control and ground control. So I'm going to go with Caio Barralho to win this. This is my predictions for this fight card. I hope you guys enjoyed 30 minutes of me rambling with my nipples out on the screen. Beautiful day to film this video for you guys. I'm excited to watch this fight card. I'm excited to wake up at 3 in the freaking morning to watch this fight card, but it'll be good. I hope you guys enjoy. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. We are on our way to 300 subs, bro, on this channel. 300 subs on this channel, so let's do it. Yeah, cheers. I'm doing this out of love for the sport, love for the MMA community, and love for you guys. I like talking about events. This channel for me is like an outlet to talk about MMA and talk about something I love. So yeah, anyways, that's my rant. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm excited to watch this fight card. Let me know your predictions down below.